Hey, how's it going? And welcome to another episode of Alvaro Speaks Whatever He Wants. And I'm completely unfiltered and I say whatever I want to say. And today's a beautiful day. It's very sunny. And you might think, oh my god, this guy doesn't have anything to say because he's already started saying it's a beautiful day. But it really is. And I don't get to see such beautiful days as the day of today. I'm just going to line this a little bit up. And I don't know. I honestly I get really involved into politics and I get really emotionally attached to a lot of things which I don't like of how politics are going. And it's funny because some people have the completely opposite emotional response to they have the same emotional response to completely different arguments. And I don't know how that works, because to me it works like it makes sense. Certain things make sense and it would be better for everyone in the long term, period. And although the other solutions, those solutions in my opinion, from what I understand, wouldn't be so beneficial to everyone, at least in the long term, mid-long term, right? Because as we know from many studies that they've done, the ability to be able to withhold and withdraw yourself from doing things is directly correlated to your success in life. So if you're able to have with willpower, so your willpower, then and you're able. No, what I'm trying to say is, if you have a tendency and an ability to manifest to withdraw your self-gratification in the long term, then you're going to be amazing, man. I shouldn't take 1 minute to explain something which honestly when I read it in 10 seconds, 5 seconds, which tells me that I need to learn how to express myself better and that I'm not in a very 10x way of operating right now. So yeah. Also, I jerked off, and I don't think jerking off is a good thing, but not period. I think there's a gray line. So I think sexual energy is from which the civilizations come from which all pieces of art, all pieces of most things that you see in the world come from repressed sexual male energy, in my opinion. And once you jerk off, you liberate a lot of this energy and you lose your force, your fire inside of you. And the thing is, there's a way in which you can jerk off and not ejaculate, and from my experience, when you do that, you don't feel those like that fire in your belly doesn't go away. It remains there, but you get an orgasm. It's a different kind of orgasm. It's a weird way. If you want to know more about that, I recommend you read The Multi-Orgasmic Male. But yeah, basically, it's when you're about to ejaculate and you're like in the 95 percentile moment of the sexual act, and you can see that you can't go back in a moment. Then you contract your PC muscles, the same muscles that you use when you want to stop peeing, very hard, and you still ejaculate, like you still receive an orgasm in your head, but you don't ejaculate physically. And I feel like I don't feel the pleasure after doing that, which is a good thing. But so having said that, I don't want to spend my days just jerking off and like giving myself good feelings. I don't think that's what life is about. I think life is about contribution and responsibility, and these big words that when men hear them in a solemn manner, they become respectuously and in awe quiet, because they understand how meaningful these words are to them. And I did meditate last night, and it was an okay meditation, and I'm quite happy with how meditations are going, because only a few weeks ago, I would hate doing meditations, and in no way could I see at that moment that the meditations would improve or get better, but they have, like, really, 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 really good now. And it's so weird, because for the longest of time, if you're out of it, then it feels like you never can go back to it. The only thing that has kept me in to meditation for all these years is just, I just know that I've gotten so many amazing feelings from it that I can't let go of it. I'm always going to do it. And in a sense, that could be a bad thing, because, I'm not moving on to the next better thing. If there's a system, a process, or a protocol, a theory that government is corrupted and inefficient because everyone is, no one can be promoted once they've been promoted enough to the maximum of their ability. So in that job, they're actually doing below par, otherwise they get promoted. Or large organizations will suffer from this. And that could be analogous to me not wanting to move on to the best thing, where you just become obsolete. And I don't believe you can remain constant. I think the universe is in constant flux, and which means constant change. So yeah, but at the same time, sometimes it just comes down to doing the ABCs of life, like brushing your teeth, eating healthy, sleeping well, getting at the right time up, doing the right things at the right time, fighting through procrastination. The ABCs of life. Having a positive gratitude, being grateful. I don't think you can achieve more than you can move to another level from this. All of this is self-actualization, and so be honest. I'm gonna finish really quickly, but I have been very transfixed into self-actualization, which means if you look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, self-actualization is completely at the top, and it involves your self-esteem and your creativity and certain things of that nature. And the thing is, I have been privileged enough to have been able to just pursue self-actualizations to a very large degree. But the reality of the situation is, I'm 22 years old. I should be working on having massive amounts of potential and provisional amounts of food and resources, basically, which come from money. So I should be very focused, not on self-actualizing myself, which I shouldn't also completely neglect, but I should 80-70% of my focus right now as a 20-year-old should go into mastering the skills to forming and creating systems which produce money and produce benefit to the world and to myself, obviously. And it's a hard thing, because once you're 40, you don't want to create these things anymore, and it's hard to snap back out of it and get back into self-actualization and think that the things that matter are self-consciousness, and not self-consciousness, but self-awareness and consciousness, and the things which pursue high intensive morality and philosophical pursuits. And because you'd be like, why would I want that? I have the money, I have the bitch, look, I have the pussy here, I have the money there, I have the swimming pool there. Fuck yeah. Fuck bitches, fuck get money, man. But you do have to snap out of it, and I think with old age comes a natural progression. It does nudge you into that kind of life more. So, peace.